Hey everybody, I'm going to give you a little rant today. Today's lesson is be grateful. Be grateful for what you have. I feel like I hear a lot of comparing and complaining going on out there. You know, this person has more money than me, this person has more time than me, this person has a better career than me, this person doesn't have to work. I don't have the relationship I want, or this person has kids and I want them, or this person doesn't have kids and now I don't have any time. Stop fucking complaining! You get to be alive, and everybody's journey is different, and every different experience has value and cool things you can make out of it, but you have to choose to actually see that and make the best of it. So, stop fucking complaining, stop comparing, and be grateful. You get to be alive. I think about this all the time. So, those of you who know me well know that my very best friend and also my surrogate brother passed away from brain cancer 3 years ago. And he was 1 year older than me. So, that makes me now 2 years older than him. And I think about that all the time. I've had 2 years of life that he never fucking got. And I'm grateful for that every day. And no, I may not have everything together all the time, but I get to still be here experiencing shit. And this is really, really real. We're all gonna die at some point, and you don't know when that is. And don't sit there and feel bad for yourself about life. I mean, everybody has hardships and things that they have to work through, and if you have the right attitude, you can make that a really cool part of your experience and how you overcome shit. I really like to follow this guy on Instagram, and I don't know how to pronounce his last name. I think it's Derek Whita, and really cool dude. Totally recommend that you follow him. A little bit inappropriate and whatnot, which I love, and I know some of you out there maybe don't feel the same. But he had this one particular post one day. By the way, he has one leg. He has a brand that's called Straight Legless. He served in the military and got injured, and anyway, they had to amputate a leg. So he says, what doesn't kill you sometimes doesn't make you stronger. Sometimes it makes you a fucking cripple, and be ready for that. And then he goes on to say that when life kicks you in the dick, some bullshit quote isn't going to save you. However, not being a pussy works pretty well. And I love it. I love this mentality. And we are all going to experience challenges and struggles, and just man up and deal with that shit because you can, and stop comparing and complaining and be grateful. If you are grateful, I'll tell you a little secret here. So, happiness and joy is not at arriving at your goal. If you think that you're going to feel this, you know, end goal of happiness at that moment that you achieve whatever it is you're striving for, whether that's financial gains, a relationship, whatever it is out there, a fitness goal. If you think you're gonna all of a sudden feel joy when you achieve that shit, you are wrong. Happiness and joy comes from the journey, from the day to day, and if you can't stop and appreciate that, you're not gonna feel the happiness at the end either. So you want to learn to appreciate your life, feel gratitude for your life, and like the process. The process is where it's at, not getting there. Getting there is lame and it lasts for like a second. The process lasts the entire time. So enjoy the process, be grateful that you're alive and get to have a fucking process. Seriously, seriously. And lastly, just remember that life comes in different packages and styles and shapes. I think that a lot of people get upset because they have an idea of this cookie cutter, hey, if I have made it or achieved success in this area that I really want, it's going to look like this little pretty box that I made right here. and that's not real. So you're gonna miss it if you actually get there because it's not gonna look like your little pretty box. Nothing ever looks like that little pretty box. A movie that I like, Under the Tuscan Sun, total chick flick, so I understand if some of you guys aren't into that. But her husband leaves her for a younger woman, and she moves to Tuscany and is building this house. And at one point, her neighbor comes over, and she's just crying and feeling terrible about her life, and says, I just want to get married in this house. I want to cook for people in this house. I want to have a family in this house. And she's all depressed because none of this is coming to fruition for her. Well, at the end of the movie, she's hosting a wedding for her neighbors, a young couple that is getting married. And she's cooking for a whole bunch of friends and family. And her best friend from the States has moved in with her, who just had a baby. And so her neighbor comes up to her and says, "Look, you've gotten everything that you wanted." And she had this moment where she realized, oh, I did want to cook for people. In her mind, that looked like cooking for her little nuclear family. She's cooking for all of these guests. She wanted to have a wedding there. She's hosting the wedding for her neighbors that didn't have another place to have it. And she wanted a family there. And she has her best friend living with her who just had a baby. And she finally realized and had this aha moment of, I got everything that I wanted. I challenge you to look at your life with a little bit of a broader perspective, and you probably already have most of the shit that you think that you don't and that you're striving for. So take a step back and look at what's going on, enjoy the process, realize and appreciate and be grateful for the different packages, shapes and sizes, different things can come from in life, and appreciate the fact that you're alive. You've actually had time to go out and do stuff. I shouldn't say most people. A lot of people don't. Like, their time ended during the length of this video. You're still here watching it. So you still got time. Go out there and appreciate the fuck out of your life. You got this. All right, rant over.